Hi, my name is Justin Loria, and today I'm going to teach you how to do a manual on an obstacle called a manual pad. A manual pad is a section of concrete that's raised off the ground surrounding it that you can ollie onto and drop down from. Manual pads come in a variety of shapes and sizes, but the most basic versions are flat like this one. The trick we're going to learn today involves an ollie onto the manual pad, landing just on your back wheels, then holding the manual all the way until dropping down on the other side. If you still haven't learned how to ollie or do a manual on flat ground, you're definitely going to need to know how to do both of those first. These video tutorials break down both maneuvers in detail. While it would be great to learn how to practice how to ollie into a manual on flat ground before taking it to a manual pad, it is, in my opinion, easier to land in a manual after you ollie onto something, so don't get too hung up on learning them on flat ground first. Alright, so now I want you to find a nice low manual pad and practice doing just a simple ollie onto it, landing on all four wheels, making sure that your back wheels fully clear the back edge of the manual pad. As you do this, also practice doing a small manual near the other end of the manual pad and riding off of it. From here, you can progress to starting your manual earlier and earlier until you can ollie onto the manual pad like before, but then immediately lift up your front wheels and ride the manual all the way to the end. Next, we're going to focus on the beginning part. Approach the manual pad like you were before and position your feet like you normally would for an ollie. As you jump onto the manual pad, try to land with your front wheels off the ground. Now, unlike your usual strategy for an ollie, you should try to leave your back foot over the tail of the board instead of repositioning it forward before you land. The ideal spot for your front foot when you land would be right over top of your front wheels, but there's a lot of wiggle room here, so if you end up landing with your front foot in a slightly different spot, you should still be able to do the manual without any problems. Now at first, you should only concern yourself with holding the manual for a tiny bit, and then slowly progress to riding it out farther and farther until you can make it all the way to the end. One thing you'll want to be careful of is making sure that you don't lose your balance and fall right at the edge of the manual pad. So if you feel like you might not stay balanced all the way to the end, you should abort the maneuver and either set down your front wheels for a second to regain your balance before you ride off of it, or just jump off the board entirely. As you practice your manuals, remember to keep your weight centered over your back set of wheels, keeping your front knees slightly bent to tilt the front of the board up, rather than leaning your upper body back to accomplish the task. You'll probably find that the faster you go, the easier it'll be to hold the manual all the way across. Make sure to keep me up to date with your progress and questions in the comments section below. Subscribe to stay up to date with the latest trick tutorials, and remember to have fun.